What is up, guys? My name is Kip, and as always, well, you know what we do here. We're doing another Dark Side Phil video. Let's go. Alright, so we have the extremely important schedule changes and YouTube ad disaster update video, which we are done. We have the huge update Machinima Discovery and gonna bat for me, also done. Next video, McDonald's Grand Mac crap, not even gonna do it. Not even going to attempt that gross shit. I will not make it through the video. Then we have This Week in Preview, also gonna skip it, not relevant. Now we have the YouTube ad fiasco update. I need your feedback. Let's go.
Hello everyone, DSP here. It is Wednesday, March 1st, 2017. It has now been 1 week since I was made aware of a really bad issue going on behind the scenes regarding my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming, on YouTube, in regards to ad revenue that was absolutely abysmal in the month of February with little to no justification or explanation. I certainly was not notified by YouTube or anything regarding why this would happen. For a week now, I've been working with Machinima. Machinima has been working with YouTube, and we've all been trying to communicate, although the communication, quite honestly, has not been what I wish it would have been. What I wish is that every day I at least had an update from someone saying, here's what's going on, and whether or not they heard anything, they would say, at least we're working on it. That's not what's happened. It seems like I have to wait several days to even get anything else out of Machinima. Not to say that that's Machinima's fault. It's because YouTube, in this regard, is dragging their feet.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a bit of a business lesson here, okay? From someone who has worked in the CSR field, I'll tell you right now that emails can stack the fuck up really quick, okay? And that's at a small end company. This is YouTube, fucking Google, and fucking Machinima, okay? They're a little bit bigger than where I work. And if I'm receiving, a good 1,000 emails, I'm sure they're receiving a lot more. So in the sphere of YouTube, all right, you have this sphere, and this is, a representation of Google. Down to like the molecular level, right? Just somewhere right in around this area, right here, okay? Right here. Phil is like a little fucking atom. Just a little fucking atom in the rest of the sphere that the CSRs at Google, nevertheless Machinima, need to worry about. Alright? So, let's stop being so selfish and self-entitled, and let's relax, and let's think, okay, maybe, just maybe, Machinima has other people to worry about as well, who are also complaining about the same problems as me. Okay. Maybe I should drop the it's only me getting hurt by all of this act. Okay. Maybe drop that. And then we're going to put it into our heads that Machinima has more people than just me. I should be patient. I should be patient. You should be patient, Phil. Just be patient. Dude. Seriously, they have thousands of people to worry about on the daily. And they're playing middleman here for you. Okay? And they don't want to do that. You can tell by the way that he talks about Machinima in the way that they're replying to him. That he's going to them every single day saying, oh my god, my fucking ads are... Oh, what's happening? Okay? And they're coming back saying, look, Phil, buddy, come on. You're spamming our fucking inboxes here. Alright, we are looking into it. Please, sir, chill the fuck out. Alright. Because they do. They have to go to Google. They have to go to YouTube, and they have to wait for a reply back. That takes time. So when you're, fucking multi-stacking emails before they've even gotten the first fucking reply back from Google, all that's doing is annoying the fuck out of them. And already, in my last video I went through, he gave away his CPM. So already they should have been looking at that going, oh, okay, buddy, you're done. In any case. You see the selfishness in him. You can see the fucking, the world should be revolving around Phil. If it takes more than fucking 20 minutes to get a reply. What the fuck are they doing? They aren't doing their fucking jobs. Right? Come on, man. Let's continue on.
And I know you might say, but Phil, you've been with YouTube since 2008. You've been doing YouTube as a job since 2011, running ads on your videos since 2010. And all of a sudden, YouTube ad revenue has plummeted for you with no reason, and you can't even get an answer out of YouTube as to why. And the answer is, yes, that is the situation right now. YouTube is not responding with any kind of a valid answer, okay?
Further confirming what I just fucking said. He seems to think that this is some sort of seniority thing here, where if you've been here longest, if you've been on YouTube longest, you somehow get an edge over the CSR returns. No. No. If anything, it would go by subscribers. If they had some sort of system on how they dealt with things, I would assume they would go in order. That would be the most likely scenario. But hey, when someone emails them with 50 million subs and PD's like saying, fuck, what's up? I'm pretty sure they're going to reply, right? Real quick. But when it comes to you, the little fucking nobody, it's going to take a while. They don't care about you. You are an insignificant pleb to them. You are nothing. They are Google, and you are Phil. Okay? You don't deserve what you think you should be deserving. Nor will you ever receive what you think you should be deserving. Because you don't deserve what you think you should be deserving. Why the fuck should YouTube cater to you? Why the fuck should Machinima cater to you? Granted, they're making money off of you. Okay. So, we'll say that Machinima does all they can to help you out. They reply to you the minute they possibly can. But YouTube won't. Alright? So yeah, if you want to blame YouTube, go ahead. They don't care. YouTube makes billions. None of which comes from you. Most of which does not come from you. Yeah. Let's continue on.
I do have a few updates, which is what I want to give you in this video. And I also have something that I seriously need to run by all of you who are longtime dedicated viewers, those of you who come and watch all of my playthroughs, right? Or even those of you who maybe come back every once in a while to watch a big high-profile playthrough. Because Machinima has suggested a Band-Aid fix to what's going on, which, quite honestly, I'm not too keen on it. But if it is the only way that I can basically keep this business going, and it's a necessary evil almost, then I will do it. We'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, Phil is talking about necessary evils to keep the business going. What about the unnecessary evils, Phil? What about the unnecessary evils that you do? You have so many unnecessary evils. What the fuck, bruh? Unnecessary evil. Number 1. Raw gameplay. That's unnecessary as fuck, but it's because you're lazy and you don't want to edit your videos. Okay? Bruh? So let's drop that shit right quick. Unnecessary evil's my fucking ass. Bruh.
First, let's talk about what's been going on and the feedback I've gotten from YouTube in regards to this issue. Where I left this last week, the last time I made a vlog about this was last Thursday, so almost a full week ago. And where we were is that Machinima looked into DSP Gaming and said, yeah, for some reason, Phil, in February, your ad revenue percentages tanked for some reason, which makes no sense because on average, we're seeing that all of our Machinima partners' ad revenues went up because in January it was a certain number, but usually that's pretty low. January is actually a really slow month on YouTube for ad revenue. But then it always picks up in February with the Super Bowl, with ads for big high-profile movies and stuff that came out. Oh my god, 50 Shades Darker was like on every video on YouTube for like a week.
Are you trolling right now, Phil? Are you trolling me? You're not trolling me. Okay. Whoa. So you think that your channel is the prime candidate, the poster boy, for 50 Shades Darker, BDSM, and the Super Bowl, the NFL. You believe that advertisers would look at your channel and go, yup, his audience must just be fucking filled with NFL and BDSM fans. Now, granted, yes, I'm into BDSM. But you guys already know that. You know, I got Jessica. But, let me tell you, I'm not coming here to get my jollies off. I'll go watch Sasha Grey or something, man. I'm not coming here. So I don't know where you're getting your kind of methodology of thinking here, Phil. But that, no. You're not the poster boy for BDSM, nor for the NFL. Just saying.
So yeah, everyone sees a big ad increase in February, and it didn't happen to me. In fact, my ad revenue percentage went down in February, which makes no logical sense whatsoever. There's no justification for it. It doesn't make any sense. Now, Machinima made a suggestion, which I brought up in the last video, and I told you that they said it's not that, but apparently a bunch of people only hear what they want to hear. So allow me to make this abundantly clear. Machinima said the only time that we've seen ad revenue drop like this is if a YouTuber or a channel or videos in particular get flagged as what's considered advertiser unfriendly, meaning the videos are deemed controversial. Maybe the videos have a lot of really controversial stuff in them, like politics or racism, right? People who are being racist on YouTube and stuff like that. It's not necessarily banned, but sometimes it's deemed advertiser unfriendly, that kind of stuff. So it could be deemed as offensive, overly offensive content. But when Machinima said, we looked at everything, Phil, and nothing on our end whatsoever that we can see on your channel indicates that you've been deemed advertiser unfriendly on DSP Gaming. Nothing, okay? Now, I said this in a vlog last Thursday, and somehow on the internet people have spun it into, well, Phil's advertiser unfriendly. And I'm like, that's the complete opposite of what Machinima said, but people love to spin it into whatever they want for their own, little jollies and hilarious purposes. So people all over the past week, Phil's advertiser unfriendly. Well, guess what? You're fucking wrong, because we heard back from YouTube this week, and here's what YouTube had to say from the horse's mouth. No, there's nothing whatsoever saying that DSP Gaming is advertiser unfriendly. Wrong. That's completely a wrong statement. A bunch of people only hear what they want to hear. A bunch of people only hear what they want to hear.
You are correct, Phil. They only hear what they want to hear. Well, specifically, you will only hear what you want to hear. In any case, you have no idea how valid that statement is in the rest of your fucking paragraph that you just said. Alright? So you just said that not only did Machinima come back to you and say there's nothing that they can see that says you're advertiser unfriendly, but Google also did the same, saying, hey, you're not advertiser unfriendly. Everything that everybody's saying about you is wrong. Everyone's saying, oh, Phil's advertiser unfriendly because everyone's spinning everything to make, them fucking... Alright. Alright, if you want to play that game, Phil, here. I'm going to take 30 seconds out of my day and show you a little something, okay? Alright, so, we've just searched up DSP Gaming. We're going to hit channel. Oh, there's no DSP Gaming. Let's go do the same for me. Kip over. Go to channel. Oh, there's no kip over. However, we go in here. We'll turn off restricted mode. There I am. Okay? There's me. And there's Phil. But, let's just turn it off just one more time for shits and giggles. And he's gone.
But, yeah, for some reason, advertiser revenue is down on DSP Gaming. A bunch of people only hear what they want to hear.
And that took me all of about 30 seconds to figure out. And yet you're telling us that both YouTube and Machinima So the website's fucking owners and a company that works with this website quite heavily. You're saying that both of them didn't have that information in front of them. Fuck, you've had this information in front of you. You could have spent 30 seconds of your life and gone and done that. But no, clearly there is nothing wrong here. Clearly. Give me a fucking break, Phil. Let's continue on.
Now, what YouTube said, and I'm not even kidding you here, I'm going to read it word for word, because I don't want to misconstrue what they said, but when you hear this, you're probably going to have the exact same response, all right, as I did. So hold on a second. Here we go. I'm going to read this word for word. Here is the first response that we received from YouTube after contacting them. We're waiting on the final determination from them. So here's Machinima, and here's what Machinima says YouTube said. Nothing stands out to me here as what may be causing this. So I'm going to send this over to our monetization team to take a look at. I don't see anything that is indicating an issue with advertiser unfriendly content, so I don't think that's an issue at this point. Traditionally, drops in monetized playbacks can be difficult or not entirely possible to diagnose, given the algorithmic nature of ad serving on the platform. I'll let you know if the team figures anything else out. So that was the last contact that we got from YouTube, and that was a few days ago. Apparently, I think, from what Machinima was telling me, that was like either last week or very early this week, okay? If you'd like me to translate that into English for you, here's what that means. The same thing that I've said every single time that I criticize YouTube is true. YouTube is run by a bunch of people who are book smart. They can code till the fucking, till the fucking moonlight is out and burn the midnight candle, and they can make amazing algorithms, and they can do all this next generation coding and make this really awesome performance website. But they're not street smart, meaning in actual application of that website, if something goes wrong, they are terrible at figuring out what it is, because they're the ones who write the code. They're not the ones who use the code. All right? So what this response is saying from YouTube is, well, yeah, it's definitely, ad revenue on DSP Gaming is definitely down, and it's not because Phil was deemed advertiser unfriendly or because he did anything wrong. We just have no idea because it's a complicated algorithm that we wrote, and we have no way to actually figure out when something goes wrong with it. That's literally what that response means. We created a monster, and we have no way to stop it, nor to even track it. If it goes wrong, oh well, fuck it, you're fucked. That's literally what that email says. That's what it's saying, word for word.
What? No. What? Okay. You just said people only hear what you want to hear, and you criticized people that only hear what they want to hear. Okay? Then you read something word for word from Google. Then you said in English translation, that's what it means. Now, no, that's incorrect, but anyways, past that, then you said that is what they said word for word. No! That's not what they said word for word. What they said word for word was what you said when you were reading your phone. That's word for word. But saying that they've created a monster, they don't know how to fix it, and if you get bit by it, you're fucked. That is not what they said word for word, Phil. You have got to be trolling me right now. Like, you have got to be fucking, like, this is fucking baity as shit, dude. Seriously. This is like me feeding a fucking gopher at work. Here, you can take this piece too. Come on. There you go. You're okay. Okay, that was you, Phil. You baiting me? Fucking... yeah, that is fucking troll bait right there, bruh. There is no goddamn way that you said that came out of your mouth after just saying this.
A bunch of people only hear what they want to hear.
There is no way. that that is not troll bait. So go fuck yourself.
So I don't know how to take that. How do you take an email response like that from YouTube? I mean, you know what that really says, and I hate to say it, exactly what I've been saying all along again, they're inept at what they do. Just like for months previous to this situation with me, right? Last year, YouTubers from all over, small YouTubers, big YouTubers, all came up and said, we have concrete proof that people are being unsubbed from our channels. Here's the proof. Here's people saying it's happening. Here's our sub numbers going down. And everyone submitted that to YouTube, and YouTube made a video coming out and saying, we don't know. We can't figure it out. So they're inept. They're inept at what they do.
Okay, so first of all, let me just get this out of the way. Phil, you should be the last person saying that somebody else is inept at what they do. You are the last person who should be telling somebody how to run their business better. Let's just continue on.
They can't figure out problems. They are book smart, they can code and they can write, but they can't solve problems. There's no problem solving capabilities in their bodies. And that's ridiculous because that's not how you operate a major company.
Really? You're on the right track, Phil. But it's not Google who should be following this advice. It's you. You need to take this advice. Learn to problem solve. Stop being inept at what you do. And your channel will grow. You'll get more money. But you won't take your advice because it's not your fault, in theory. You have this theory that everything that's happening is not because of you. It's because of Machinima, Google, whoever have you. You're blaming everybody else except yourself. You're blaming everybody else's problem-solving skills except your own. Why? Are you this fucking brain dead that you can't see how hypocritical you're being? How fucking stupid you're being right now? Take your own fucking advice, Phil. Seriously, dude.
What that tells me is exactly what we've known about Google from the start. How did Google become popular? Because someone wrote a really complicated algorithmic code for a search engine. And it became the top one because it was the best search engine. But then, if anything ever goes wrong with it, damned if they can fix it. It's the same thing with YouTube. We're going to code YouTube. We're going to have all these awesome things on YouTube, but we can't fix anything because that's not what we do. And apparently, they don't care.
Okay. By them simply replying to your petty emails on the daily, I would assume that they're trying. You, I almost guarantee, have zero coding experience, okay? But let me tell you, there can be major contradictions in code, all right? One line will contradict another, and it can create a kerfuffle. So when you have thousands and thousands of lines of code to try to not have any inconsistencies, nothing that's redundant, and nothing that accidentally plays off of each other, it's a very difficult thing to do. Alright, now yes, they have the best coders in the world at Google. There's a reason they're so good at what they do. Alright? But people can make mistakes, first of all. And you should not be the judge, jury, and fucking executioner of said mistakes. Jesus. If we were to be doing that with how many fucking mistakes you make, you would have been out of the job like the first fucking week, dude. Like, where in your mind, where is this God complex coming from, dude? Seriously. Because you seem to think that you get to control Google's outcome for fucking you over right now, and you don't. Neither do your fans. Alright, you don't have enough of them. Maybe something like the Pewds. Actually, the Pewds could change Google, but yeah. The fact of the matter is, you're not the judge, jury, and executioner. You should not be even thinking of saying Google is wrong in any way, shape, or form because you have zero idea what you're talking about. Okay? Yeah, let's continue on.
At this point now, literally, I'm pinging Machinima daily for information, and Machinima is coming back to me and saying, we have no new information because YouTube hasn't made any determination yet. So literally, I sit here with my thumb firmly stuck up my ass, putting out videos, doing gameplay streams for you, doing what I've always done, with my entire livelihood and business in jeopardy because YouTube isn't good at what they do.
I'm not too sure why Phil keeps inserting himself into the majority of good content creators. He keeps doing it. You ever notice that? Like, he seems to put himself in the fucking rank of, like, PewDiePie or Casey Neistat or I don't know why he does that. Sure, back in the day, he could have considered himself higher up in the gaming chain, the content creator chain even. Today, he's nobody. Nobody knows him anymore. Nobody knows who this pleb is any longer. Your name is fading into fucking nothing. Like just the void of space. Because you are becoming so insignificant because this is all you do. You decide to complain about Google. Somehow trying to spin it into a way that makes it so it's their fault and they are personally trying to screw you over. But you're also trying to give them advice on how to better their website when you can't even take the advice you're talking about and applying that advice to your own channel. What? Step number 1, Phil. Take your own advice. You clearly know it. You clearly understand what needs to be done to better a company. You keep spitting shit at Google. So do the same for yourself. We both know that's not going to happen, but God damn it, I'll try. Let's continue on.
Yet they're the industry leader in video sharing, but they're not good at what they do. It's only because they're backed by this, by Google money. It's that simple. If another competitor came up and said to YouTube, guess what? We actually have responsive customer support. We have people who not only can code, but they're problem solving. They can dive in. They can figure out what goes wrong. They can fix issues right away. What would happen to YouTube? Who would, and especially if there was a platform that could get ad revenue comparable to what YouTube has, because that's the big thing. Yeah, we all want to have a better video sharing website, but a lot of us have a living doing it, and we can't just up and leave YouTube and go somewhere else if we're not going to be able to pay our bills, right? The problem is that's never happened. I mean, what competitors has it had? Blip? Blip was never a major competitor for YouTube. They couldn't even handle 1/10 of the bandwidth of what YouTube had, and the website didn't function properly, and they had all kinds of internal problems too. I mean, I got kicked off of there for completely unrelated reasons to that, but it stands to say they went out of business for a reason. You know what I mean? Who's the other one? Dailymotion or whatever? Some people try uploading their videos to Dailymotion. You can't do anything on Dailymotion like you can on YouTube. So YouTube is still the go-to place for video sharing, right? And it's scary because what about people like me now? It seems to me whatever's going on behind the scenes isn't intentional. This wasn't something that was by design.
All right. So you can seriously see that money, monetary value, income, all play a part in where he wants to host his videos. He wants to be paid the highest amount for the least amount of time, essentially. So he's tried the whole Blip thing. He's tried the Dailymotion. Neither of which worked out because they aren't sufficient for him, right? Whether it's they're not paying him enough or they don't let him do what he wants to do. In which case, as far as I can tell, he was removed from Blip for some Nazi-related jokes while playing Dead Space, and then criticizing Blip calling them unprofessional, etc. You know, doing what Phil does. Going on video saying that a certain company who is hosting his services is not doing what he wants them to do and they should change. Yeah.
It somehow happened behind the scenes of YouTube, and no one can control it. No one can even figure out what it is. It's this impending monster of take away your ad revenue, and there's no way to fix it or to prevent it. What did I do wrong? Nothing. I'm being told you did nothing wrong. You're just fucked.
You're just fucked, Phil.
How does that work? How does that even... So now I'm being forced... Am I going to be forced off of YouTube and not be able to do this for a living? Well... Now on to part 2 of this video.
And the water bottle cliffhanger. That's right. I went there. I did that. This video is starting to run a little bit long here, so I'm going to cut it here, and I'll release part 2 most likely either tomorrow or the day after. But Phil has a plan. You know, Phil knows how to run a business real well. He went to the business schools and colleges and universities. He knows how to run one of the damn businesses real well. You heard? Yeah. So in the next one, we will see what Phil's big plan is, what his big reveal is to you, as to how he is going to fix his adpocalypse situation. Until then, guys, my name is Kip, or at least that's what you can call me. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you hail from. Peace.